Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're looking closely at some source material specifically, a pretty detailed YouTube review. It's all about this dietary supplement, Alpha Lion Gains Candy Rip Factor.
Mm,
And our goal here really is to cut through some of the marketing noise. They claim it can unlock strength, power, and endurance. Big promises.
right.
So we need to synthesize, the features, what's actually in it, the ingredients, and what users are saying to see if it lives up to the hype and that price tag.
Exactly. We're looking at a product that tries to blend, traditional plant extracts with more modern supplement formulation ideas. So for you listening, this is about figuring out quickly if this specific approach boosting muscle size, overall performance is actually worth considering for your own goals.
Okay, let's dive in. The core idea, the mechanism. It's marketed for muscle growth, getting stronger, more endurance, aimed at adults, obviously. So what are the key ingredients? What's supposed to be making this happen?
Well, it mainly comes down to this patented blend they call the RIP Factor blend. Now, it's interesting because they say they're free from proprietary blends, which sounds great,
Yeah.
transparency.
Yeah, that's usually a good sign.
But then they immediately talk about this patented blend. Luckily, we do know what's in it. Sphaeranthus indica flower heads and Mangapara indica bark extract.
Okay, Sphaeranthus and Mangapara. So if the ingredients are known, why patent it? Is there like a specific chemical reason, something that actually backs up the claims?
Well, that's the interesting part. The science they lean on seems to center around how these botanicals affect nitric oxide production. That's where you get to talk about better pumps and longer-lasting energy.
Yeah.
The Mangapara indica in particular, it's often looked at for its vasodilatory effect.
Right, vasodilation. And for anyone maybe not familiar, that just means...
Simply put, widening your blood vessels. So that pump you feel isn't just cosmetic, it's about getting more blood flow to the muscles you're working. That means, theoretically, faster delivery of nutrients, oxygen, and maybe even better recovery. That's the physiological angle they're using to pitch the strength and endurance benefits.
So it's presented as this natural, scientifically supported method, which brings us to how you actually use it. You take capsules daily, consistently, and of course they say alongside a good diet and exercise plan. Makes sense.
Standard stuff.
But let's talk numbers. What's this premium natural path actually cost?
Yeah, this is where you really need to look closely. Depending on where you buy it, a bottle runs between $30 and almost $37, $36.90. The source itself points out, yeah, that's on the higher side.
Definitely.
And it makes you ask, right? What makes these specific plant extracts worth that much more when you can get other, maybe more proven nitric oxide boosters like, say, L-citrulline, often for like half that price, or even less?
That's a really good point. That's the key thing to weigh here. So let's look at what users are saying. The Amazon reviews. The feedback seems pretty solid overall. A lot of people seem to report actual results, better performance, feeling stronger. Some even say they noticed it within the first couple of weeks.
Which sounds impressive, yeah. But when you dig into it, you see the usual pros and cons emerging. On the plus side, people mention things like support for fat burning, maybe helping with metabolism, appetite control for some, and a sort of light energy boost, good for workouts.
Okay, those are decent benefits.
But then the downsides. First, those results are really variable. It clearly doesn't work the same way for everyone.
Right. That's common with supplements.
Very common. Then there's the price we already talked about, and a small group, but it's there, reported mild stomach issues, upset stomach, that kind of thing.
So summing it up, we've got a very specific plant-based product. The ingredients are disclosed, even if part of a patented blend. It promises fast results, strength gains, but at a premium cost.
Yeah, the final picture is that it's positioned pretty well as a reliable, natural way to enhance performance. Seems credible on the surface. But because those results vary so much from person to person, it really puts the burden on you, the consumer, to decide if that high price is justified for you.
So we've covered the ingredients, the mechanism, the cost, what users are actually experiencing.
Right. So here's something to think about, sort of a final thought. The product aims to help you fuel your body and push past every limit naturally. That's the pitch. But if the results are so hit or miss, and there are other cheaper compounds that boost nitric oxide reliably, how critical is that potential 2-week result window some people report? Does that quick start, if you get it, really justify paying that premium for this specific botanical approach over others? Something to mull over.